The House of Representative Committee on NGKs has begun investigation into the implementation of the $696 million Nigerian Community Action for Resilience and Economic Stimulus (NGKs) social intervention program of the federal government. Chairman of the committee, Honorable Abubakar Kusada, who disclosed this at a briefing in Abuja, said the investigation became imminent since the masses were not feeling impact of the social net despite the federal government fulfilling its funding obligation and providing the guidelines and the operational arrangement for the effective implementation of the NGKs. He said a total of $696 million or 1.06 trillion naira has been released as social intervention, safety net and palliatives to Nigerians in the 36 states and the FCT through the various delivery programs. According to him, it is therefore most surprising that the effect of these palliatives is not being felt by the target vulnerable groups in Nigeria after government has committed so much resources to the purpose through the states. The House Committee on NGKs, in exercise of its powers under Section 88 and 89 of the Constitution, have resolved to commence immediate and full investigation of the NGKs program so as to unravel the disconnect and ascertain the propriety of expenditure of the huge sums provided by government for the administration of social welfare. According to the chairman, the envisaged investigation should provide answers to the following nagging questions that create the disconnect between cause and effect. Were the funds misappropriated or diverted to serve other purposes in the state?
The House therefore resolves to carry out a full investigation of the activities of NGKS 1 to determine why the huge resources provided by government through the states and the Federal Capital Territory have not resulted in adequate relief to Nigerian citizens from the hardships occasioned by economic reforms. Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, I so move.
The embassy's investigation should provide answers to the following nagging questions that create the disconnect between cause and the effect. 1. Were the funds embezzled? Were the funds misappropriated or diverted to some other purpose in the state? Does the utilization of the fund create enough value for money? In other words, was there an undue inflation of contracts? Can the integrity and the fairness of the procurement process stand scrutiny? In other words, does the contract procurement follow due process? Does the inbuilt safeguards, IVS and TPMs operate effectively, or does they become compromised and fail? Was the distribution of notional amounts fairly done? Why did some states manage to get more than the attributable notional amount? Why does the operational mechanism fail in a number of states? How can the operational mechanism and delivery platforms DFIs be strengthened across the state? Should training workshops be organized for NGKs operative at the state and strengthen the operational mechanism and the effectiveness of the delivery platforms? A discourse of cause and effect. Several states have claimed billions of naira for social transfer. These beneficiaries are Nigerians that can be reached. If fake names have been used to claim social transfer, we will say so. States have collected billions of naira for agri input and services, for labor-intensive agri infrastructure, for procurement of agri assets, and for deployment and upgrading of wet market and storage facilities. If we verify these claims, we will also disclose the impact they have had on food supply, food prices, and the flood of ordinary Nigerians.
Baba Sunday, Eagles FM News.